Absolutely. As the teams are in the tubes, we got 10 seconds before these gates open up and these hungry hippos come out and try to get that disc. Who will get their head on it first? Who will get their hand on it first? We're about to find out. There's a backward stack going for Martin III's team, but they can't quite get it. It will be JBLB. The disc is now in the trap. Bad Elmo's going to haul it in, passes through, and he's going to work through the tunnel there. So Everest first to control the disc.
Quick question: do they have hungry hippos over in Europe? I'm not sure that they do, but there's a pleasant reference from my childhood in any case. Over to the tunnel, we'll be taken by the Legend and Gracchus, it looks like. Just missing that first grab. Let's see, they'll still have the angle, and what a shot! Right down mid. Legend for 3. Again. Saw this last round.
Great way to start for Ronins, and a bit of a replay there. The Legend from 28 meters there. Last round, their best shot was from the Legend at 26 meters. Very similar angle on that shot. So that's the kind of momentum that, might have come in play there.
Yeah.
The Legend seeing that angle and having the muscle memory. Gracchus there with the muscle, stealing the disc, although right back again, stolen, and by Steffo. Martin III getting the disc and passing back to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo on the nugget, passes over to Steffo. Ooh. Steffo for 2.
That was some beautiful pass work, and barely evading, as you'll see on the replay here, barely evading that barrier on that bottom pass. I mean, through all the contesting, they just found the right ones, corner to corner. That was great execution for their first 2 points. Not a surprise to see that, of course, from Everest either. But yeah, 1 goal piece per team to start things off. And if nothing else, that does bode well for Ronins, at least getting that immediate score, I will say, after that tough first round against Clockwork.
And their stack is moving pretty well right now, although Gracchus can't quite handle it, so it will give a chance. Yes, Steffo gets a handle on it. Bad Elmo takes a shot. Wow. What a beautiful tap pass. What a great reaction by Bad Elmo, and moving up and to the left with a beautiful slap shot. That was some nice work by that stack by Bad Elmo and Steffo there.
Yeah, and actually had enough time too just to give it a little bit of a flick off the wrist. I'm not sure the defense expected that, so just kind of sailed over the head, and with that they'll pull ahead as it gets cleared now into the opposite end, and now back to Steffo with Bad Elmo latched onto the back. Some stack breakage there from Gracchus will actually enable the Legend for Ronins to get the disc back and send it deep through to the nest and through to the goal, but a great grab by Conrad. A rad grab, no cons whatsoever. That was the truth.
A great save, and Bad Elmo with the disc. Now the stack is together. The Legend and JBLB, though, they do get broken up, so they do get that unfortunate bounce off the Geo. Fortunate for them, the disc is now bouncing into the orange side. It will be picked up by Damus. Damus has a backward pass there. Oh, but the Legend can't quite handle it, so it will be a scramble. The disc is loose, and it will be picked up back by JBLB, so nice recovery there by Ronins.
Yeah, and send it deep down, recognizing the alley was open for a bounce, and that almost even went in. Just slightly off, but they'll still get a rebound here, it looks like. There's JBL with it. Some brawling going out from Gracchus. Meanwhile, the back-and-forth pass work from JBL. And now up to the top of the ceiling. Bounce delivery off the mark. Bad Elmo recovers, clears, and sends.
And but the stack is together right there. The goal is open, but can't quite connect. The Legend and JBLB are in the area, so just a couple of near misses on the pass on the other end, and then the shot there. The stack is together there. The Legend is there. He's gonna get it. And, just barely missed. JBLB with the recovery and the save by Steffo.
Wow, the iron defense right there in the goal. A big one, big grab now from Elmo as well. This is still going to be a cluster up inside of that trap. And now off to the opposite side where Martin III recovers, sends off on that shot. But a rebound here. The Legend actually for Ronins finding a clear. No one there to contest in the midfield. But there is a double stack and all the boosted players breaking apart for Everest to get back the disc.
And a little bit of a dangerous pass there. It is picked up by Damus, so gonna back pass to Gracchus and reset there. They're gonna get their positioning going. They have their box set up. 2 players on the left, 2 players on the right. Damus working. Gracchus is on the high side there. Decides to pass there. Gracchus is gonna move up and back pass. So they've got a nice, calm, easy movement there. Gracchus is on the shield. He's got the opportunity and he converts it.
Oh, that was sweet, sweet, sweet. And they're up by 5. And definitely now, in this second match for Ronins, we're seeing a lot more of that stability and control. They're finding their groove for sure. I really like that patient pass work. Even on some of the situations where it still ended up in a turnover, the thing is they're not looking all too panicked. They're very patient with their passes and trying to place it correctly. You know, they're not in the same kind of, rush we were seeing a little bit earlier on, I think.
Absolutely. The Ronins have really recovered. They're playing really well. Their stacks are staying together. Their passes are a lot more connected as Bad Elmo tries to connect with Martin III, but just barely out of the reach there. It's picked up on the ground by Conrad. Conrad over to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo with the shot. Oh, just barely missing the iron there. And Steffo is in the area. He's going to pass it over, but the legend with the steal and the clear.
Now, dual stacks meeting each other. Midfield, there's one who splits way apart down. It's a Gracchus, actually the rebound. Now has 3 players all in the goal. Tries to hand it off to the cutting teammates, but sails beneath the reach of all the fingertips. And instead, it goes back to Steffo as a result. And looking to punish now for that misplay will be Everest, as they are unable to get a clear, but actually just bounces it over to Elmo. Now Bad Elmo looking for a top lane bouncer. We saw that from Ronins attempted earlier. And the disc loose here, rebound to Steffo, who has an angle to the barrier. Martin up high, but couldn't get a connect on the passing play. But you saw what they were trying to do, but unsuccessful is all.
Yeah, and that was that extra pass, which maybe Martin III could have taken a shot there. Decided to make the pass. It's good teamwork, but yeah, couldn't quite connect on that pass, and so now they will recover though and get the disc. So the stacks are together, really pressuring some really aggressive defense by Ronins, leaving the goal a little bit open, but they do recover, and now the disc is back toward mid.
And the thing about those extra passes is that if they connect, like if that pass connected, you definitely would have turned a 75% shot chance shot, maybe would have turned into a 95% shot from up there. So definitely kind of playing those percentages, trying to get the highest one possible, of course, predicated on connecting on the passes, which in those tight situations can be difficult. But getting cleared here, Legend will recover. Now back to the offense for Ronin.
Let's see what they do. The Legend is advanced, so we'll have to take a little bit of time and back pass there. It was going to be a 1-on-3 or a 1-on-4. It looks like JBLB might have disconnected, so it is a 3-on-4 right now with Everest moving. Yeah, they have a man advantage. The stack is together. Bad Elmo is in the area, and it looks like Conrad is on the floor. Will they pass it? Yes, Conrad is right there. Oh, but can't quite get it. The disc is bouncing low. So right now, this 3-on-4, they are holding on is Ronins. But Bad Elmo gets the disc, pass to Steffo. Steffo sends it in. Assist by Bad Elmo. So we will likely see, oh no, it looks like JBLB has reconnected. So they do have their man back. They do elect for a little bit of a stoppage. Maybe a short stoppage here as they recollect themselves. It is 6-5. Everest up by 1 with 2 minutes left. And so, yeah, it looks like JBLB did fully disconnect here.
Yeah, so definitely tough news, but at the same time, with 2 minutes left, they may be down a point, but hey, they'll take it. Just a brief punish, a small punish, but if they can get JBL back in the mix, I mean, they've got time to score, and based on how they've been executing their offense this series so far, this round so far, I wouldn't be too stressed if I were them. It's more so just back to, again, the whole mental game, right? And being able to just say, well, maybe we didn't deserve or to get scored there. It was an outnumbered situation, so it kind of sucked the wind out of us a little bit. But we just got to rebound, and we know we can because we've executed those passes and nice rollouts several times in this round now, and just need to do it once more. But Everest, they're going to try and hold on to this as much as they can.
Yeah, Ronins really, for those of you who watched Ronins in the first round, they struggled a little bit with just with the finer points of their connections on their passes, on their stacks, accuracy,
Which is to
on
say,
their shots.
the first round of the tournament, it always gets a little bit
Uh, yes,
confusing when we mention
apologies. Yeah, the first match
the
that
first
Ronins
match.
played against I've already forgot Clockwork.
Yes.
Yeah, the first match against Clockwork. But in this round of the tournament, in this match against Everest, if I can get my terms correct, they've definitely come back, and but this is an important round for them. They didn't win a single round, and they kind of got run out of the arena a little bit in the first match. And so if they can win this round, it'll give them a big boost of confidence. Even if they don't, they're feeling a lot better. But yeah, it'll really feel good for Ronins to get that first round win under their belt.
And as we say that, JBL does a reconnect here. Final 2 minutes of this round. And yeah, and again, this is bracket-wise 5 rounds, but what means to say five matches essentially in this round robin. These teams all playing against each other, and the winning records will be the recipients of an entry into the Master Division. So with that, it's a 1-point lead for Everest as they line up their stacks here, going for those deep launches. And even, for Martin III, worth mentioning, one of the originators, I do believe, of the PE Joust in itself back in the day on Polaris. That said, there's Gracchus with a exposed goal. And it's 7-6. They take the lead right back.
Yeah, and Everest getting caught a little bit too aggressive with the goal open. Gracchus was able to go in unopposed and send that in. So just like that, Ronins are back on top with 1:20 left. Bad Elmo sends it over to the left. Martin III is right there. He's going to pass it low to Steffo. Steffo going to take a shot, but right there is the barrier.
Oh, yeah, tough miss there. That could have given them a couple points advantage if had they hit it, but now back to them. Oh, they're going to take the 3 again, and now they are indeed back up by 2 after all. So a miscue, and that will be a 2-point lead for Everest in round 1.
What a shot by Bad Elmo. Not a long shot, only 11 meters out, but definitely a tough angle from the ceiling there and deep in the bubble area, or close toward the side there. Moving left, shooting right. That's a very difficult shot as Damus decides to pass left to Gracchus. Gracchus has the legend open on the wedge there. The legend's going to pick it up. No, the disc is bouncing, and it looks like Bad Elmo is going to be in the area. If he hauls it in, he's going to have an opportunity, but that window is closed by the stack coming in. Martin III right there. Martin III passes to Conrad, who slams it in. They're up by 4. They're going to take this round.
Again, the sweet passing, I was complimenting that from Ronins. They definitely had some great ones. Everest, though, they you can see they're going for the extra passes, and more often than not, it has connected for them. We see it there again, just beautifully executed to take that win solidly by the 4 points in just that last minute, but it really was down to the wire.
A really clutch play by Everest. Just again, some capitalizing on a little bit of these brief windows of opportunity that they have. They did connect on them, and Ronins, but they got really close in that round, a lot closer than they were playing before. So I feel like Ronins are playing. They're really going to step it up in this next round.
I need to step it up on the stats there. Forgot because I stayed on the same server. So now for you guys at home, you happen to be seeing the scores for the last 2 games combined. I should be able to fix that though between rounds. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everest is not in violation of having too many players in the roster. I assure you. They didn't play with 8 players. But yeah, with that, Ronins were close for sure, within 4 points. I mean, it's just going to be about sticking with it. Still, yeah, it's a running theme. Every round since their first match, they've been progressively putting on more points and getting more of that heat underneath their feet, so to speak. So, let's see. Round 2 could be a different one here. I mean, we'll see. But Everest, they're definitely a team with their eyes on the prize. This is the second time they found themselves in the Challenger Cup. across the 2 cycles, so they're not looking to find themselves there a 3rd time. They want to be there in the master tier, sitting comfortably at the end of cycle 3.
It looks like Stefo's checking into the chat there. Back in the game now. JBLB gets the disc, sends it through. The stack is together. The Legend and JBLB are in the area. There's an open window. The Legend decides to hold it. It's going to be picked up by Damus. Pass back to JBLB. Oh, Stefo, though, with the save.
Yeah, and over to the tunnel, rebound Elmo. So starting off with some defense, but now the stack's getting back for Gracchus, but beneath the reach, so couldn't quite read that. It can be tough off those bounces, trying to execute with a series of passes around the bubble, but will be slapped out by Damus to the midfield.
Disc is now bouncing low. The stack does get there. Stefo picks it up, but immediately stunned out by Gracchus. Gracchus gets the disc. The stack from Legend and JBLB are together. Let's see if they get their clear and boost. They do. They get the disc. Gracchus takes a shot. Oh, just barely missing wide.
Full confidence, though. Can't fault that. Definitely had an angle, and as is the running theme, you only get 1 shot. But now it's Martin's chance to blow it up for the 3-point hit, and that's a nice long bomb.
Wow, that is a perfect example of just how quickly this game turns. It was Ronins with the opportunity and just barely missing a good long 3. It could have been 3-0 Ronins. Yeah. Instead, just a couple of seconds later, it's 3-0 Everest. So just like that, it can turn around, and that's what Ronins are hoping to do right now, is turn this around as the disc is bouncing low, although it will be Conrad. Oh, off the shield. Luckily, bad Elmo in the area. That could have been dangerous.
Certainly could have been, but a great steal. Gracchus coming in, has the mail slot bit high, rebounded to Conrad. So Conrad now sending it to the pass over Stefo. Stefo being contested very well by that stack, and Martin III taking it now. Aggressive play here we're seeing from these stacks as ever, always, and it never rests. But here is JBL with the disc and up high, trying to bounce it maybe to himself before finding the side wall where he just hopes to find Gracchus on a bouncer.
And Gracchus does get it, although, the Legend, wow, what a redirect. That was an incredible catch. The Legend, but can't quite catch that one. And now it's going to be Conrad getting the disc, under pressure, harried by JBLB. Martin III passes over to Bad Elmo. Bad over to Stefo. Stefo going to take a shot. Ooh. Almost. But it's picked up by Conrad. Wow, what an incredible opportunity gained there by Conrad, right in the right area. And they're up by 5.
Oh, yeah. Big hits for sure. I mean, the first round again was 11-7. It started off with a 1 goal per team there. Ronins, though, now 3 minutes in, they're finding themselves unable to score and break that initial seal. So trying to do that right here, as they will roam up the floor, and a little bit of awkward interactions, but this still might open up a lane as a really tough pass is wove through that bow tie.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass there. Gracchus going to get the disc, although stunned out. Oh, but Damus is right in the area. Damus is going to go backwards because they don't have a good setup right now. Passes back. Damus is going to have to recover immediately under pressure. So Martin III doing a lot of work. And right there, Stefo and Bad Elmo. So the defensive pressure right now by Everest, not allowing Ronins to get set up, and they do clear it through.
Hey, I saw starting there with Martin, now maybe ending with a 3, but no. Rebound there to Gracchus. But Martin is certainly a player who will brawl you out very frequently, and did so on the offensive players, then relied on the stack to get back for him to open up this play. What a great grab there coming in. I think JBL, a lot of people in the goal. Fantastic handoffs and stoppage nonetheless from Ronins. Still trying to break that seal as an intercept here goes to Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad right in the right area, reading that pass. Martin III going to get stunned out there by Gracchus, so Gracchus going to get the stolen. Oh, but Bad Elmo doing a little bit of damage on the backside, keeping that stack from Ronins together. Oh, but Gracchus has an opportunity. He can't quite get there, and it is picked up by Damus. So a lot of stunning in the backfield by both teams, and ultimately it's Damus and Gracchus able to jump through and put Ronins on the board. They're back within 3.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have been glad to take to get the 3, but at the same time, approaching the halfway point of round 2, they'll be glad to get A2. Anything they can use to put into their gas tank, so to speak, as Conrad here now rolling out slowly for Everest, trying to play it patiently, monkey in the middle with those 2 stacked players.
Passes over to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo's going to work it. Pass back to Martin the Third, but Martin the Third, not quite sure if it was out of his reach, but it will be hauled back in by Steffo, so no damage done as Everest will reset.
Now spacing the floor very nicely for Everest, but the defense ever swarming, it seems like. Look at that. They're just all over the place and actually get the disc back with this clear. Immediately on the stack, some great leeches, though, from Steffo. Gets back into the disc, perhaps, as one also retreats into the goal. So very nice, again, communication and just speed, really, to undo any goodwill that they're buying for Ronins. And it will get Everest another goal as a result.
Oh, and really unfortunate there. It looks like JBLB has disconnected again, still in the arena, but just staring at the tube one there, kind of an unfortunate position. Was in a stack and maybe could have gotten that disc on the last play or stopped their defense, but they don't have the ability to stop now. They have used their technical timeout, so it will be 3v4 until they can get another player in. They decide to shoot low, can't quite connect, so this is going to be a difficult uphill battle right now for Ronins.
Certainly will be, and see, even on that joust where they threw it towards that bubble, that's where that fourth player would have been so handy. Doesn't matter, because a passing play goes to Gracchus, splatters the goal to bring it back within 3.
Wow, they are not going to stop. Ronins going Ronin, absolutely. They are empowered on their own, and it looks like there will be a stoppage. Not sure if Everest is just being nice right now to check in, but it looks like JBLB is back in the arena, so looks like we'll have a 4v4 back.
Yeah,
for you.
Glad to see that. JBL definitely seeing some issues here between the 2 rounds or the 2 matches so far in this cup. So unfortunate, but as was the case in the last round with the disconnect actually didn't put them at a significant disadvantage. In fact, they scored, so they're going to be quite happy with what just happened there, considering, you know, being down a player. So we're back into it here, Doc, and for everyone in the chat there, Twitch chat, thanks for joining us across any and all of the channels as we're firing off on venues, VRML 2 and VRML 3 to get every one of these matches that we can streamed.
Oh my lord, as Ronin sent 2 different stacks at the disc on defense. They are absolutely hungry right now. Gracchus, or the Legend, and Damus are bouncing around in a defensive stack. Steffo gonna take a shot. It bounces off the head of JBLB and in. So down by 5 with 3 minutes left. Ronins know they need to take this round in order to be back within this match, and they need to take this match in order to get momentum and keep going in this Challengers Cup. This is going to be 3 minutes of absolute dogfighting from Ronins.
It will be down by 5. That was an excellent save, but this is an even better brawl. Time's just right. They're going just off the head. It looked like Bad Elmo and Steffo. They'll still rebound, but now lose their initial chance at a blitz. But they'll still have the defense there trying to regather. Steffo going to drive it up on the lonesome and passes it off before a goal. JBL almost again getting a save, but no go. It's 11-4.
Everest playing really well right now, just cool and collected. Every time Ronins are coming out with a very aggressive stack, they are just like a matador. Oh, and just like that. Oh no, that is not what Ronins wanted. That is difficult. It happens to us all, but boy, it's a tough time to have it happen.
Yeah, that's really tough. And that just might be enough. I mean, less than 2 minutes now. That makes it a double-digit disadvantage for Ronins. And as we say, that does happen. I mean, we see it, regularly on stream. But just having issues there to even grab that disc now. So not sure what's going on, but unable twice in a row to gather that disc.
Yeah, and not quite sure what happened. 2 different players, it looked like, tried to grab it. Damus on the backside. I can't explain that. They're not. It's not for lack of effort. The Legend getting the disc, passing low to Gracchus. So yeah, this game, this round, and this match will go to Everest. Ronins gonna just kind of kind of breathe through this one and let this time go through. They're going to have to reset after this and take stock a little bit. Martin the Third getting the disc. The legend is going to haul it back in and clear it through. They do have an opportunity here. Gracchus is in the area. Damus is in the area, and Damus will send it in.
I mean, regardless of the results of this round, that was a really nice setup. The legend just taking a anchor clear, essentially, off of his own teammate. Eyeing down that goal, took a great flat bounce right beneath the barrier and by the goalpost. And there's already a couple players there to recover, rebound, and score. So, lovely setup regardless here in the late round. But Everest now definitely feeling confident in what they've been able to do in this series. And they're going to be moving on to their third match with definitely some momentum here. As they will close this one out, looking like with a double-digit win. As Steffo looking for one more, but being stunned. Martin the rebound, actually legend, gets a clear.
Disc is cleared out now, and with only 5 seconds left, the question is, what will the end score be? It looks like Steffo's going to have a last opportunity. No. Round 2 over. 16-6. Everest takes the round and the match.
All right, well, 16-6. I'll send you to the score screen here in just a second, and fingers crossed those scores are looking much more normal with 4 players on the roster. Yeah, let's see. Looks promising so far. And here you go. So, again, those stats courtesy of IgniteVR.gg. You can go download IgniteBot, recently renamed as to Spark. But of course, a super handy tool for casters and community players alike. So go download it if you haven't already. Believe me, makes life easier. But with that said, that is another success here. For Everest, and Ronins just falling a little bit short, so close in round 1, and then round 2, it was just surrounding those seemingly tech-related issues, whether internet or controller or otherwise, but not having their full 4 at all times, or not having their their full, or even just those missed grabs, for instance, really were the kind of the turning points. So tough goings for Ronins, but again, a long tournament still yet. There's still 3 more matches to be played for all these teams.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I mean, it's worth saying again. The skill level that we're seeing is just so incredibly high. The windows of opportunity are so incredibly small, and it's just sometimes the difference between winning and losing is just being a little bit on your game that day versus the other team. It's hard. This is it's a five match tournament, 3 rounds. They're playing 15 rounds of 10 minutes. That's 150 minutes of in-game time. That's just a lot of time. How teams set up their warm-up for these games is very different, and how they regulate themselves over the course of a match is a big part of it. So it's not just being good, it's being able to be consistently good, game over game over game, and that's what Challengers Cup is about. Oh yeah,
I always call these cup formats for Challengers Cup finals or otherwise, it's a battle. It's a battle of attrition. It's not just about straight up blitzing. You're definitely correct in that. So it's more so kind of the tortoise and the hare situation, right? Where at times I feel like with these types of tournaments, slow and steady can indeed win the race. If you can play just a consistent level across all the matches, and just be careful not to come out explosive in the initial rounds and then burn yourself out for the final few. That's definitely a balance for teams and players to manage, because these are special events. You don't have cups all the time. Compared to the weekly play where you're just playing one or maybe 2 matches in a row at most, and then that's kind of it for the week. So these ones are definitely a different beast, but it's also a great way to just battle that out and really see who can earn their way through medal into the Master Division. So we gotta love it. Now, with that, ladies and gents and Jacks and Jills and Echo units, see, I'm remembering Echo units now. For a while, I couldn't help but keep calling them Echo bots as if they were battle bots, but Echo units. Of course, we've got, again, 3 more matches ahead of you. For Ronin here, that will be 0-2 on the record. To start off, for Everest though, they 2-0. So they've got some good momentum beneath them at the moment, and seeing if they can carry that over into the next match. Because for them, They're going to be on Everest facing Nant Esports, the Master Division team here, finding themselves in the Challenger Cup, trying to keep their Master slot. So that's going to be over on Channel 1, and that's going to be a big test for them for sure. Meanwhile, Baked Potato will go and face off against Ronins. And VRML 3 looks like we'll have Exploited versus Clockwork looking likely. And with that, stay tuned. We're going to go to an intermission and be back pretty soon with the remainder of this cup.